Welcome to the Eternal Mind, where we explore the ancient laws, modern truths, and inner codes that shape your reality. If you're new here, you're not just listening, you're awakening. And if you've been walking this path for a while, welcome home. Today, we're going to explore one of the most profound and misunderstood truths in all of spiritual science, the principle of correspondence. You've probably heard the quote, "As above, so below. As within, so without." But what does it really mean? Is it a poetic metaphor? Or is it a literal law of existence? In the next hour, we'll explore this principle through ancient wisdom, cutting-edge science, and transformative application. Because once you understand this, you won't just see the world differently. You'll experience yourself differently. Segment 2, what the principle means. Let's begin with the essence. The principle of correspondence tells us this. Reality reflects itself in layers. The microcosm reflects the macrocosm. The inner world reflects the outer world. What you think and feel on the inside becomes what you see and experience on the outside. It's not symbolic. It's structural. Your life is a mirror. This is not philosophy. This is mechanism. The way you treat yourself is the way others begin to treat you. The way you feel about money, love, health becomes the way those things show up in your life. Reality doesn't lie. It's always showing you who you are inside, even if you're not aware of it yet. Segment 3, Ancient Origins and Hermetic Texts. This principle traces back to Hermes Trismegistus, the mystical Egyptian Greek philosopher behind the Hermetic texts. In the Kybalion, it says, "As above, so below, as below, so above. To know one is to know the other." This was not just spiritual metaphor. This was alchemical instruction. The Hermetics believed the universe was one unified field, and every layer of that field contained the pattern of the whole. The way stars form in galaxies mirrors the way electrons orbit atoms. The shape of a seashell echoes the curve of the Milky Way. The spiral of the pine cone reflects the spiral of DNA. This isn't coincidence. This is correspondence. To study one layer of existence is to understand all of them. And the most direct layer you can study is your own mind. Segment 4, Modern Science and Quantum Physics. Now, let's bridge the ancient with the modern. In quantum physics, we find the observer effect. Particles behave differently based on whether or not they're being observed. This isn't theory. It's been tested again and again. Your attention, your consciousness, interacts with matter. Dr. Joe Dispenza puts it like this. Where you place your attention is where you place your energy. And energy flows where attention goes. Your focus isn't passive. It's creative. In neuroscience, we see neuroplasticity. The brain literally reshapes itself based on repeated thought and emotion. Your inner state is reprogramming your outer behavior, and therefore, your life. This is correspondence at the level of biology. Segment 5, Insights from Modern Thinkers. Neville Goddard. Change your conception of yourself, and you will automatically change the world in which you live. Wallace D. Wattles. To think what you ought to think is to think truth, regardless of appearances. Napoleon Hill. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. These men weren't repeating motivational quotes. They were describing a vibrational structure of consciousness, an inner blueprint that corresponds with external form. If you identify as poor, unloved, weak, the world reflects those identities back to you. But if you shift into wealth, love, power, not just mentally, but emotionally, the world reflects that too. Segment 6, Real-World Examples and Stories. Let's go deeper. Have you ever noticed that when you're in a bad mood, people react to you differently? Doors close. Traffic gets worse. Conversations get shorter. And on days where you feel light, grateful, and open, the world seems to respond with smiles, flow, and ease. That's not coincidence. That's correspondence. Or take someone who constantly feels unworthy of love. They unconsciously repel healthy partners or attract emotionally unavailable ones over and over again. Why? Because the external world is reflecting the dominant internal vibration. The mirror doesn't lie, but the mirror can be reprogrammed. Segment 7. Practical tools to apply the principle. 1. Self-awareness audit. Each morning ask, what is life reflecting back to me? Your mood, your energy, your reality, they're all feedback. 2. Identity recode. Replace limiting self-concepts with empowering ones. I am not enough becomes, I am expanding into power. Write it, speak it, feel it. 3. Environmental alignment. Clean your space. Design your surroundings to reflect your higher self. Your room, your schedule, your language should all match the reality you're calling in. 4. Thought equals form. If your outer world is off, check the quality of your inner dialogue, because the universe can only give you what your mind believes is possible. Segment 8. Myths and symbolism. Here's what this principle is not. It's not instant karma. It's not punishment or reward. It's simply reflection. If you see something you don't like, don't fight the mirror. Adjust what it's reflecting. The myth of Narcissus, who fell in love with his reflection, was never about vanity. It was about being unaware that what he saw was himself. We live in that same story. We chase shadows, argue with reflections, and never look at the projector. But the moment you do, your power returns. Segment 9. Guided mental reframe. Let's do this together. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and let it out slowly. Feel your body settle. Feel your mind quiet. Now imagine a mirror in front of you. But instead of your face, this mirror shows your life. What do you see? Now gently ask, what part of this reflection is mine? What belief is creating this result? What can I shift inside me to align with what I desire? Now picture that reflection changing. Smile at it. Feel it becoming real. Feel it already being true now. Breathe in again. And when you're ready, come back. You just started the process of conscious alignment. Sigmund des Inspirational Outro. Your life is not random. It's reflective. What you believe, you receive. What you are, you attract. This is not mysticism. It is design. And once you understand the principle of correspondence, you stop reacting and start creating. If you found truth in this message, share it with someone who's ready to remember who they are. And if you're ready for deeper insight, subscribe to the Eternal Mind. This is just the beginning. In our next episode, we'll explore the principle of vibration and why your frequency is your future. Until then, walk with awareness, speak with alignment, and remember, as within, so without.